Hello, trading is closed on Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. Our disclaimer always starts things off. This is my plan for tomorrow, September 24th. Remember, no one's right all the time. I can be completely wrong. Any trade should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high. This was it. Tomorrow we're looking for another pattern with the early high. We said if the rally were to continue, you had the gap, take these highs out promptly. At that point, we look for 44.42. We gapped, took it out promptly, but went to 44.42 and quite a ways beyond it, as the high was 44.65, and that didn't fit into my plans. During the day, we're rallying like this. I'm champing at the bit, ready to go long. MEJT says this is a false move, won't stick, and that worked. And this is an example where even if you don't go short, it certainly prevents you from going long, which is, in my mind, at least as important. We had this pattern, everything worked out. We had this breakdown. I left the parentheses on the B saying all we had to do after Monday's big drop was to go under this low, get some confirmation. Thought that would be a mere formality. Never happened. Instead, we go over the line. That kills the pattern unless this move over the line gets rejected tomorrow. Just as this breakdown needs confirmation by going under this break over the line needs confirmation by going higher. And if we reverse back down under it promptly, it's the same pattern, but you still want to undercut this low at a minimum. Whether or not that'll happen, I'm not certain at this point. It is possible to count this as completed 3 waves up. You've got fibs. This high is a Fibonacci retracement of the prior wave, but I'm certain there are other ways to count it too. This has the makings of a diamond on stilts because half a diamond is enough. All you need is another stilt down, and then you find support under this low. But the pattern, while looking perfect at this time, doesn't have to go to completion. And I have seen these go up too. It's not the kind of thing you can risk your money on. If we drop from here, you can explain it, but it isn't obligated to do that. Tomorrow's pattern should have the early high. Doesn't mean you won't gap down. We gapped up at a higher high, closed under all the midday highs. It's a negative pattern. Either we gap and promptly overtake today's high, or we see lower prices. That doesn't force us to close lower. Today's pattern should either rally into a high of day near the close or have a straight line drop. Either one of those things happen. Normally I'd expect one or the other at tomorrow's open, which can substitute for today's close. But on very rare occasions, this pattern can look like an A, and today might have been one of those days. We won't know for certain till tomorrow's open, so usually you're going to cap up, take out today's highs, you have a straight line drop, but I'm not going to say it happens every time. I have seen the A pattern maybe no more than once or twice a year. We have rallied past relevant trend lines, and also I was surprised to see one of the sentiment indicators gave a buy after Monday's drop. The breadth remains poor, but because of this and the trend line break, I have to go back to taking things a day at a time. I had an ideal path for a big drop. It's been interrupted. Might be reinstituted tomorrow, but for right now, things aren't playing out the way I thought they would. So we'll take it a day at a time. I'm going to have personal business many of the days in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try videos every day. I'm going to try to look at the market, but I can't promise I'll do one every day, and I can promise I won't have the amount of time I normally do. So tomorrow has the early high. Bulls need to cap and take this out fast, or we should see lower prices. But this was stronger than I was expecting, and the path lower is no longer as clear as I thought it was going to be. Rejecting this immediately reinstitutes it. Otherwise, something else is going on, and that's today's call.